Guys, welcome to the Bazaar. This is kind of weird because I kind of left for a trip like 2 days after doing the Vanessa tier list, and not only that, the fucking patch dropped like what was it? I left on a Monday, on a Tuesday, sorry, and the patch came Thursday if I'm not mistaken, or some shit like that. The guys, I was literally preparing myself to talk shit about the patch notes. Not talk shit, see what the changes are going to be entirely from all the crap that's been going on in the Bazaar. I wouldn't necessarily say crap. Was the game in a bad state? No, but was there a meta? Yes, and I think people like conflict both of them. I think people actually think like meta is like when something is broken. I actually don't think that. I'm and I've talked to this about in all my videos. Last patch, and I'm gonna call it the Monitor Lizard patch because that's what people have been bitching about the last patch. I don't even think Dooley was the character to get 10 wins with, right? And when you're playing ladder, Dooley was the worst character. If you actually wanted to like get 10 wins to get like rank 1, for example, I think Dooley was the worst one objectively because Vanessa just had like very broken builds that just one shot you, and Pig, let's not even fucking talk about Pig. Pig just had infinite combos, which the other characters are just really hard to get to. Yeah, I don't think the game was that unbalanced, but you know what the Bazaar is? Not the Bazaar. The players in the Bazaars are actually not the Bazaar. Players in general are just terrified of meta. And bro, it's literally the closed beta. Hello, let's let them boys cook. Like, come on. Anyways, I have literally no information about the patch, what's for. I've contained myself to going into Reddit, from reading other people's rants, from looking at other YouTube videos, from looking at other reviews. This morning, though, I actually read a post from Reddit, but it was notification. It skimmed through me, and it literally said, this patch feels way too high roll. And let me just say, that is the main ingredient for a toxic meta. It's not real necessarily something being really strong. It's when something is too high rolly. Like, you can get in depth, and when I make like more in depth, I don't want to say meta. I want to say patch breakdown. Like in a week when I like get the feel of the games or the characters or what's strong or whatnot, and if it's really true that the game feels too high rolly, I'm going to give like a more in-depth take why when something is high rolly it's really bad, but it's really bad. If that is the truth, I think the game is going to feel much worse than before. Because at least, let's say for example, you drafted Monitor Lizard, you had to. It wasn't necessarily luck because it was easy to get Monitor Lizard, but it was easy to know that the strongest Dooley build, for example, was Monitor Lizard. So if you went first, Monitor Lizard was never gonna beat you. Like when metas are defined, it's much more easier to counter it. That makes sense, right? Which, by the way, Monitor Lizard wasn't even the best Dooley build. It was fire, but you can look at my old videos if you want to hear my old rants. But anyways, let's get to this. Of course, before me opening this to record it, I already skimmed through a lot of these, and apparently they made a lot of changes to the level up system and to the shops, which I actually think that was the most balanced thing of the game. If you're gonna tell me something, I feel like the shops being low roll helped a lot, right? Because if you went to a shop, I've always said this, and really I should make a video about this. How much value is it to gain, for example, a snack time, pick a snack time, or like go into a shop? Like going into a shop and visiting it at some sort of like 1-to-1 value, right? Which if the shops, you don't roll them, the shops aren't broken, if I might add. But if you like go to a shop and you have like a certain amount of rerolls, you're just asking for the game to be high rolly, because then you get that one item that has an enchantment, you absolutely just high roll and win. Which I think that's the problem from looking at this first page. Let's just get right through it. Level up structure revamped to consist largely of fixed options. So I think what this means is, let's say for level 1, you get like bronze upgrades. Just to give you an example, level 2 gives you bronze upgrades. Level 3 has bronze upgrades. Level 4 has silver upgrades. So I think they just wanted to, they wanted to mix it up. They don't want you to like always have the option. They don't want it for you to have like a default option to upgrade your items, which they already said that before. They just left it there. I don't know why. They just fixed it, because before, if you guys didn't know, the old patches, the days had like a generic upgrade your item, which was absolutely broken. I understand that, but I think they understand like even upgrading your bronze items sometimes is just too broken too in the earlier stages. Most skills will now be obtained via level up. I think this is a huge fucking problem, because I think that's when the people means this is going to be too high rolly, because if the way you get your skills is by not you wasting your day into a merchant, that means that you're absolutely going to depend on your level ups to get good skills. And if you get a broken skill, that's why I feel it's too high rolly, I guess, because let's say for example you get you're playing Monitor Lizard for the, sorry if I had to use that reference, PTSD, but if you get the skill that like lowers your weapon's attack every time you poison from via a level up, instead of going to a shop and trying to like go into a shop, you waste your day, you didn't get the skill, you get a mediocre skill, you move on, which doesn't feel as bad. But if you do get it via a level up, which you have to even look at the like the ratios when you get it, it's gonna feel way too high rolling. I don't think I was a big advocate that you should get skills via level up, but it was on the earlier stages. I don't know. We have to see how it works basically, but I'm not. It's not my favorite change. Skills trainers with the exception of Grandmaster. Guys, I do not know the names by memory. But I think I'm just going to give you a general opinion of what the change is, not being specific to the merchant. So, skill trainers for the extensions of Grandmaster, Nufu, and Surfing Safari have been removed from a regular encounter pool. So, you're just going to encounter them less, right? Because if you're doing a run, you're going to absolutely get, like, for example, the large shop every single time you do a run. But I guess these 3 have been removed from the regular encounter pool. Skill trainers with the exception of blah 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 now offer free skills. I think that's good. I think that's good. Depends on the skill, because usually when you're fishing for skills, the problem isn't money, because you want to like fish for skills like past day 5, because bronze skills are just ass, except for Vanessa like Bloodhound. Generally speaking, skills on the first days when money actually matters, you're not gonna get skills, right? So offering free skills isn't the end of the world. But when skills, when not available for free, now costs 5, 10, 20, 40 gold, up to from 3, 6, 12, 24. I absolutely fucking agree to this. If you're late game and you're going to get like a diamond skill that is absolutely going to destroy your opponent, guys, have good econ. And this is something that I was looking at when I was doing builds. My econ was in fucking insane. Like, I would be like day 8, day 9 with 40, 50 gold. And that should really be compensated, right? Like, you just don't want people to like go into random shops, reroll, waste your money, and not have like a negative consequence for them doing that, right? So you wanna reward the players for having good econ and punish the players for just going into random shops. And this absolutely helps. I agree with this. Skill trainers now offer 3 skills instead of 4. I agree with this. This removes the high roll. That's what I've been. That's like in contrary with this only getting some skills when you level up. Because the problem with level ups is your level ups are counted for, right? Let's say you go from level 1 to 10. So you grab a skill, level 5, level 8, level 10, for example. it's not going to take account for how often you're going to see a skill in the variety of merchants that offer skills. So if you do get it, it feels really bad. Like you can't fucking fish for skills. Like, let me give you an example. If you're playing Vanessa, you need to fish for Bloodhound because you know you needed to play against Monitor Lizard. Otherwise, you're not gonna outpace the poison. Then you can just force skill shops to like get Bloodhound. Like that makes sense. Like you want like a balanced level of there being enough options, and visiting the merchants it being worth it. And I like I said, I feel like this should be only an option when you go to merchants, right? Like if you put it on level up, it's like really really bad. Aerodome no longer spawns removed trainers. Aerodome. Listen, I'm gonna search this. Oh shit, this doesn't have a. Well, I'm gonna search it on the side for you. Give me 1 sec, cause. Apparently, this is very Google. People are as much as confused as I am. Okay, Aerodome is like you can travel almost anywhere. Infinite rerolls. No longer spawns the removed trainers. Oh, okay, so they removed trainers, so it's not gonna not gonna spawn the removed trainers, which I was interesting. There's some of them I don't want to give the exact names, but there's some trainers that you will not get like in the regular run where you can get on this run. Actually, if you go to our Aerodome, you can, if you have enough gold, you can force like freeze upgrades. I mean, freeze enchantment, poison enchantments, because you can go into any single shop with that shit. It's actually really good. Pearl Stick Sight is now an encounter instead of a merchant. Which one's Pearl Stick Sight, bro? Come on. Pearl Stick Sight. Pearl Stick Sight. Bro, I really can't find Pearl Stick Sight. Oh, Pearl Stick Sight is literally the one where you have infinite rerolls and get any item, which was really good. It is now an encounter instead of a merchant. I think that's another thing. This is why people are saying it's a high roll game, because they're just making like the shops that will break your build like in a more like they're making it harder to encounter. There should be a balance, but Pearl Stick Sight, if you guys don't know, that's the one where you reroll and you can get any item in the shop. The problem is this. I think this shop, I don't know what the percentage are. Don't take this to heart, but I think the enchantment percentages on this shop is like almost like doubled. Like if you go into this shop, you're like most likely to get an item that is enchanted. So if you go into Pearl Stick Sight, your builds might break really fucking easy. And this making it harder to get, that means you're just gonna get shafted. Listen, and I'm gonna say sure before I continue that's my fucking rant. This wouldn't be, all of these changes wouldn't be so bad if they balance more what character you go up against. Like, for example, I mean, if they balance more your PvP encounters, which I don't think they're as balanced as they should be, right? Because I don't think they have the correct barometer to tell you like, well, this guy has 10 wins. Let's put him up against a guy that's let's say 2 wins, but already has his how do I say, his last win upgrade, and this guy is about to absolutely roll the ladder, like he was gonna get 10 wins. There's not a correct barometer sometimes what you should go up against, right? But I think that we'll get a better assessment of how those things work when we get like the game release, because there's gonna be, when the people who make the Bazaar sites or track list or spreadsheets or whatever you want to call it, we're gonna know like, well, you're day 5, right? You're gonna encounter an opponent that's day 5. By like, it doesn't matter how much wins or losses he has, but you're gonna encounter an opponent which is day 5, which sometimes is like too skewed, right? If you have 5 wins and your opponent is day 5 but has 0 wins, you're absolutely gonna roll that, right? Sometimes it's a little bit uneven, if that makes sense. Serafina allows multiple purchases. Serafina, if I'm not mistaken, is the aquatic Vanessa one. Let's see. I'm not fucking wrong, by the way. Just to see how 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 much have I not played the Bazaar. Oh, by the way, after I make this small review, I'm going to. Oh, that's actually good. No, Serafina is the one that offers you enchanted items. So it really allows you multiple purchases, which I think that's okay. Starter run item pool no longer contains large items. Bro, this is absolutely fucking amazing. But it is an incredible Vanessa nerf. Which I did say it should be nerfed because fucking Crow's Nest is an absolute problem. But we have to see how much it affects Vanessa. Monster Wrench is at a gold tier from silver tier and offers 1 free item from a selection of 5 items. Okay, Monster Wrench, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that gives monster skills. Let's see. No, Monster Run's the ones that gives you loot items. Oh, so they're all free. Oh, that's actually better. This is absolutely better because I talked about this earlier. If you get Monster Ranch, you waste. It's like one of the best merchants to get, or encounters, whatever you want to call it, to get econ, because you could waste 8 gold for the 2 loot items. It gives you the 4 8 gold back, but you can get like golden pelts, which would give you some sort of like econ in return. Sterling has been renamed to Sylvia. I don't know what that is. I don't know why they did that. Sylvia, silver team item merchant, formerly Sterling, is tired of people not buying silver large items and no longer spawns a T1. Bro, okay, I don't know. Okay, maybe the medium items are okay. And even so, I don't think you should have silver of anything day 1, because you have, at most, you can farm like, at the last few hours, you can farm like, let's say, even at most 12 gold. So if you go into medium shop, that means you're wasting 8 gold for a silver medium item. And large, let's not even fucking talk about that, bro. Yeah, she's tired apparently. Elder Tuscari has been renamed to Mr. Tuscari. Apparently, Elder was a little bit of a flame. I don't understand. Snack time has been reduced for 20 max HP from level 2 instead of 25. This encounter was way too broken, right? So that's a good nerf. Because, guys, if you've played the Bazaar long enough, you know HP upgrades are absolutely broken. So if this snack time would absolutely outvalue even linking most of the. Actually, I'm gonna say like, unless it's a skill shop, and not even that, the HP snack time encounters would be your like choice always. Restorative and shielded on many items have been updated to better map the item's base effect. For example, a restorative shielded item would heal equal to its shield. Okay, so it's just a quality of change. So instead of a shielded item that has a heal enchantment, instead of just healing for a random amount, it's just gonna heal depending on its shield, which I think it's a good quality of life. It warrants you playing like shield builds on characters you would not play shield builds, Grandmaster, and pick doesn't really matter because they're going to go infinite anyway. So Grandmaster in B1, B2, I don't know what the B2 and 1B means. I don't know. Bazaar 1, Bazaar 2 will no longer options that aren't upgrades. Let's go to Grandmaster. Oh, the Grandmaster is the merchant, the Bazaar that it gave you an enchanted item. So this is good because you would enter the shop and it's Grandmaster, another merchant. They would offer you a skill or an item upgrade with higher chance of upgrade. Now it's like 100%. If you go into the shop, you're absolutely gonna get an item that is upgradable. Barcoon now buys small items at 1 for. Oh, this is one of the changes that I saw when I skimmed through. This is one of the craziest, well added quality of life changes. So that means if you go to corresponding, and I absolutely think they should do this with every single um flavor text, or how do I say, like, attributes of an item. It says whenever you go to a Barcoon, which is the, I'm not gonna flame him, he's a rat. I actually listen, Barcoon, I'm sorry, but it is you. That's what you are, bro. Or he's a raccoon, I think, right? Anyways, if you go to a Barcoon and you sell a small item, you get the 1-for-1 buy sell value, right? Or no, it's just one more gold. So if it's silver, it doesn't matter. But if it's bronze, it matters. So if you get like a small bronze item and you go to Barcoon, you sell it, you get your full value back of the bronze item. So it's really good. They should do this with every single, like, for example, if you go to the Vanessa aquatic merchant, and if you sell her an aquatic item, you get your full money back. They should do this with every merchant. It makes absolute sense, and it gives you like a more RPG-esque feeling to the game, because that's actually like a thing in RPGs where if you like go to the armor smith and you sell him armor, he's gonna fucking buy better. He knows what he's buying, bro. He's like, yo, that armor's good. Let me get it. Give it to me, right? So it makes sense. Added to your bushel now upgrades to the. Added to your bushel now upgrades the player's bushel. What the fuck is a bushel? Is your bushel? Is that the name of your inventory? What the hell? Which, by the way, I think that would be. We'll talk about that in a second. I want to know what this shit is. Add it to your bushel. Sounds like really sus, right? What? Bushel is a pig item, right? Oh. Oh, added to your bushel is a pig interaction, which just works with pig. So, or if you have the bushel, it upgrades your bushel now. Instead of adding to your bushel. I don't think that matters. Hattie has arrived. Spin the wheel for a prize. We'll look at that later. We don't want spoilers. Replays and recaps enable. That's this fucking grid. Especially for people who stream and play the Bazaar. Because, let's say, for example, I play off stream, I can actually show you guys like a crazy run I did. And I can actually just replay it. Or a recap, which is absolutely crazy. So you can show people your recap and whatever. But these things are like, how do I say, like they're basically what people want, so they can data mine, so you can do the spreadsheets or the stats for everything. So this is absolutely crazy. This is really good. And Raynat has talked about this. He doesn't care if people like have statistics for a lot of things. He literally was really strongly. He said this very strongly. The only problem he has is they make a simulator to see if you're going to win a PvE match. Like that's like if they actually manage to make like a PvE simulator with the items you have, he's going to take action, because I really think that's a detriment to the game. Like, you shouldn't have, if you want to fucking beat a PvE monster, just do your shit, bro. Stop. And I'm a very like strong advocate against these sites. They're good for stats. I get it. Like, you want to know the stats of items, builds, etc., etc. But if you like, guys, if you're just looking at spreadsheets, if you're looking at builds, like, come on, man. Like, you guys are better than this. You guys are the Bazaar players. You guys, if you're playing the Bazaar, that means you're above 90% of the player base in IQ. Come on, you guys can do this. Guys don't need no fucking websites for any of this. Monster changes. Monster HP has been reduced on a number of monsters. Thank fucking bro. There were some PvE monsters that were unkillable. Veteran Octopus has now 888 HP. Quality of life. Or I mean flavor text. Verdery, the monster, has been traded one of his succulents for some bandages. He had a succulent for... Oh, this is better. Because he had succulents. That didn't make any sense. He had like a bush. One of the bush that healed on his... Whatever. Sparing partner disabled pending rework and optimization. I think the reason of this is because nobody fucking went to sparring partner on the later days. Why would you go to sparring partner you would get 15 gold when you can just like dig for an upgrade or skill on the later days, or 400 health for stack type? Like, it makes no sense. Frost Street Champion and Wandering Shoal re-enabled. Oh, apparently they disabled it for some reason. Rover Bouncer has been renamed the Bouncer Tron. Bro, why didn't they do that before? That was I guys, when I played the Bazaar, when I saw fucking Walter Cooler, when I saw Chris Army Knife, when I saw Harmadillo, dude, come on, their names were coded. Why would you do my name and my boy Robot as Bouncer like that? Boar Warrior is a silver. Bro, holy guys, listen. Boar Warrior was literally the Thanos of the Bazaar. If you beat Boar Warrior on your PvE round, consider you 10 wins in. That was literally your 10 win check. You beat Boar Warrior, you're like, okay, 10 win. Just click every single upgrade. It doesn't matter. You're already 10 wins in. Because beating that PvE monster was absolutely fucking crazy, bro. Okay, Tent City Mayor is now named Trash Town Mayor. More flavor text for you guys. You guys like flavor text, and is now a day 5 monster up for day 2. Yeah, because you could. Did they fix the rewards? I'm pretty sure they did. Because it's from day 2 from a day 5 monster. That's actually how much. Yo, there's a lot of fucking changes. Jesus Cristo. Enchantment upgrades. Heavy enchantment no longer increases the number of items that are slowed. Those items are now has double slow duration. Restorative shielded enchantments now map the damage of the shield values. We already read that before. Many enchantments on items have been updated, so they actually do something else. Added a new visual effect on item enchantments and animation for all enchants. So if you enchant something for poison, it has a specific enchant. Snowflake has been reverted to giving 1 freeze duration. This was out of the game, by the way. They added it back. Weather Machine has a cooldown of 5 seconds, and its scaling it's fixed. Of course, that item was fucking broken. Shark Ray and Chris Army Knife has their projectiles updated. I don't know what that means. Rivet Gun, that item is broken, by the way, can now be enchanted with Obsidian and Shiny. Really? You couldn't? Oh, because apparently it was too broken. Shiny Rivet Gun sounds broken. Butter has been updated. Haste 1 item for 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds for each. These are okay. Listen, I'll go this over the how do I say the patch breakdown that I'll do in a week, because some of these items, like the food girl isn't even in the game right now. So having giving you my opinion on how good butter is, the only thing I'm going to tell you is butter is good for toast. Like, bro, how many times am I going to put butter on my build? I'm not going to give you a good assessment of how good butter is. But apparently they made it for each adjacent tool or food item. This gains 1 more multi. That's actually really good, by the way. Adjacent food and tools gain haste for 3 seconds. Thunderbolt now starts for Bruss again. I'm gonna skim through that to see if I see no starts a Brontier from down to 8 poison. Venomander. Which one's Venomander? Venomander. Oh, dude, this is a small friend. It says now gain room for the fight when using. Oh, this is much better because this guy was completely but now he starts at gold. Oh no, he starts at Bronze tier and has a 6-second cooldown. Oh, that's actually not bad, by the way. Sharpening Souls now starts at Silver tier and now gives 5, 10, 20 for damage from 3, 6, 9, 12. This is a huge buff. Extract Not Sounds are Silver tier and gives 1, 2, 4. So it's just nerfed. I'm guessing the same is for Cinder. I'm guessing Medkit got fucking nerfed too. Scrap got buffed. Mortal Coil. Or Sunlight Spear, cooldown 5 seconds from 6 is Satchel. Now starts at Silver tier, a second from down from 8 second. Cosmic Plumage can now be enchanted with Deadly. Necronomicon now has a 4-second. Wait. Now has a 4-second cooldown with Poison 10, gain 10 generation for the fight when a non-amateur. Okay, so they did this because you remember when I said the boar guy was the fucking Thanos of the game? Actually, I don't want to say this because Vanessa could kill the Necronomicon guy, but with any other character you couldn't, bro, because he just every time you used an item he poisoned you for 10, which you're gonna come out with a serious fucking ailment in real life if you fight that guy. Don't try to. I mean, they changed him, but that's one of the PvE monsters you would never visit, bro, because he was gonna absolutely destroy you. So now they just changed the book, I guess. Rivet Gun now sounds like gold tier. I absolutely agree with this shit, bro. Rivet Gun was absolutely broken. It broke a lot of builds. Neural Toxin starts at tier 6 with slow 1 item for 2 seconds when you use an adjacent witch. Dumb. Icebreaker now deals 8 damage up to 40. Dumb. Venom now has a 3 seconds cooldown from poison 2 when using a digit charge. This dumb. Earring, Nice Shade. I'm going to talk about the ones that are actually good, by the way. Candles is burn 12 when using small item charges. I guess this one's good. Pendulum has an 8 seconds. These are, by the way, these are a lot of items that are like not. They're not even like. They're a lot. These are a lot of items that aren't for the 3 base characters, by the way. So it's not. I don't know why they changed these items. I'm going to be completely honest, bro, because you don't have a correct parameter of how good these items are, because you don't have the characters to like test them out with. You're only gonna have like skewed like stats, or I want to say how you're gonna have a skewed assessment of how good these items are, because you're just gonna use them on other characters, right? It's like, it makes absolutely no sense. Propane tank is from the Fix It Girl. Cryo Sleeve is, I don't know which one this is from. Ugloo's Pig, if I'm not mistaken, though. Gatling Gun isn't from any other characters out either. Magic Carpet isn't from any other character in it. Runic Double Bow isn't from any other character either. Runic Great Axe isn't from any other characters either. Isis isn't from the fucking base characters either. Basilisk Fang isn't for the bro. Like, why are you guys fixing these items? Like, just leave them how they are. I don't understand, man. I don't understand why they're touching these items. Like, period. Skill changes. A number of basic skills have removed, such as the one that smiles. God, bro, these are. Thank you, as well as niche skills that were deemed too situations. Thank you, bro. This is removing high roll from low roll, because let's say, for example, you entered a skill merchant, right? Silver skills, right? Absolutely good. They're good silver skills, but then you have upgrade large items damage by 20. Upgrade the left weapon to right 4 damage. Small weapons gain 12 damage. Bro, I don't give a fuck. Okay. Keep aware of the good skills. By you removing them, like, we got good skills now. We can't actually just blunder on going on skill mentions. And you don't go against this fucking Vanessa, which has 3 of the upgrades, which gives leftmost and rightmost buffs. And her, how do I say, her scimitar has 200 damage fucking day 5 for no reason, right? So it's like I said, it works on niche builds, but on others it doesn't actually do anything. Desperate Freeze has been renamed to Desperate Cleanse because it cleanses and it doesn't freeze. That's actually right, bro. That actually makes no sense. Fiery Reavers no longer cleanses or self burns. Huh. So it just rebirths you. That's it. But it keeps everything else. Yeah, like it wasn't. It's a complete nerf. They actually needed to do that. Hypnotic Drain now only counts for lifesteal weapons as originally intended. Sure. Corrosive Toxin now starts at gold tier and reduces your weapon by 2/4 from 369. They should have done that years ago. That one of the most broken skills. Heat Shield renamed after restoring a bug with it. Gut. Passive Aggressive renamed to Shell Shock Defense. Your items have 1 damage for each ammo you have on your items in play. I don't. Is one damage actually enough? I don't know. Short up. You heal when you heal. Charge and shield item for 1 second. Instead, when you heal, shield. This is a lot better. This is a lot better. In your build to actually shield, than just having like a random shield effect, right? So I'd rather have this, because if I go to short up, if I go to the fucking PvE monster to try to get a skill that breaks my build, I want it to actually have like a good effect, right? Not some random ass amount of anything. I think that's really good. Void Energy when you burn charges, shield items. So they're just doing a lot of changes to fix the skills, right? So they're removing the niche effects from the skills, from the monster skills, I might add, and from other skills that are broken, but mostly from monster skills, so that you can have like better PvE encounters, right? Toxicity now starts at 5 silver tier and gives damage from you fight for your poison. I guess it's just, again, it's just better on good builds and worst on niches. Working how this weapon has for each tool you have. from 4 to 8. Yeah, it's buffing like useless shit. Now triggers on buy instead of sell. Up from 10. Triggers on buy instead of sell. What's the difference on this? The difference on this is if you get like weapons from like, let's say for example, a dock, it doesn't work. But if you actually buy them, you get more. I guess I agree. Bolt under pressure because arms dealer was a problem before, and we don't want it to actually keep being a problem. Bolt under pressure now starts a silver tier and haste 2-4 items for 2 seconds when you fall half below health. Stop that. There was a gold tier and starts at 246. Again, is this just? You're just actually just fixing a lot of the skills, which I agree. If they're making the skills, if they're giving you the skills straight up on level up, I guess you have to balance them, which makes absolutely a lot of sense. So, see if I can read one that actually makes a lot of sense because we can't fucking analyze all this. But if you can tell, there's just like quality of life. They're not actually like gut nerfs or any of that shit. They're just like we're making these skills, we're making the broken skills balanced. They're not nerfs. They're not doing like, for example, the weapon one. It starts out gold, which is easier to snipe if you go to a gold skill shop, but it's nerfed, right? Before, if you wanted it, it was absolutely high roll because it was a silver, gold, and diamond skill, and it was I don't want to. How do I say it's? I mean, if you do get it in skills, it's easier to get. So yeah, it's not gonna be as bad, or it's not gonna feel as bad to lose against with. I'm talking about the skill that whenever you poison, you reduce 1 attack, because that was one of the biggest rants for Monitor Lizard being broken, because you couldn't play like any weapon builds at all because people used to like snipe that, which wasn't easy to snipe at all. Now it's, if the level ups actually give you more skills, it's gonna be easier to snipe. So people are just gonna bitch more now than, because even if the amount is halved, they're just gonna bitch when they actually lose to it, which I ran too. So it's whatever. Anyways, improved protection. When I saw one with crit, which I'm absolutely interested of the crit chances ones, because I think they were like the worst ones, like the crit skills, because you were better off. Like for example, let's say your build needed to crit. Let's say for example you were using llama with pig, and you wanted to give your llama crit, right? Giving it 5% crit isn't going to do much, right? On a skill, you're better off just like having a skill that's slowed or haste or freezes or does anything other than give crit. So you would have to like buff the crit or balance the crit skills to actually have like an impactful crit chance when you get them. So let's just read them really quick. It says Keen Eye goes from 4, 8, 12, 16 up to 3, 6, 9, 12. Really good. So it's like a little bit of change, but since this affects every single item, it's fine. Critical 8 and critical protector give up to 20 from 12. Again, 20% crit chance is a lot. That is, we're getting on dangerous territory, because let's say you get a few gumballs, which Pig already does, and you get this plus the eye, you're already sitting at 50%, and 50% is like enough of a factor to take into account on your build, right? So that's really good. Artillery spotter now gives 20% crit chance from 10-20, and it starts at silver. So starting at silver, that means that you can upgrade it easier. Let's see, Berserker giving 20%. That's not crit. Okay. Desperate Strikes now starts at silver, and it gives 10, 20, 30 crit chance from 15, 25. Flashy Paladin starts at silver tier, and it gives 10, 20, 30. So you just made them have silver tiers now. I think these are vehicle ones, so it doesn't matter. Soul Targets starts at silver tier, now gives 1, 2, 3. These are the really good one. The crit one for the poison and the crit one for the fire. This is just made them have silver tier, so they're like easier to incorporate into your build. Okay, here we go. Sport items now. Port drops items equal to its tier of the game. Fucking Port is back, as well as cross hero items no longer gives max ammo and reload of the ammo instead of one. I was saying this at the beginning of when they fix this item. It's like there has to be a balance of the items port gives versus how good is it on the board. And I'd rather people have an ammo build than just have a port build, because port build means you have like a really, because ammo items are really hard to get, right? So port build facilitates that now you can go into ammo builds, right? So you're gonna have an actual ammo build, right? I don't know if that makes sense. You can't make an ammo build from nothing, wrong, right? You put port, but the port is really broken. But there's no ammo weapons. What are you gonna fucking charge with a port? Grenades and the slow items, they're not good enough, bro. So if you have diamond port actually giving you good ammo items, it's gonna be good. By the way, which they should buff some of the items back, but at least you can have freeze potions. You can have, essentially, you're gonna have ammo Vanessa back again. So that's really good. Life Preserver re-enabled, which they took out. I do not know why, because actually, because Life Preserver didn't even actually cleanse. If it cleansed, it would have been broken. But I guess Puffer fills. Guys, my boy, we're playing Vanessa. By the way, we're playing fucking Vanessa after this. Actually, let's just. Is it a lot? Oh God, it's a lot. I don't have to actually read that, but I'm not gonna read the bugs, but we're gonna read the rest. Let's just try to go through these as fast as possible. I'm already hyped up to play Vanessa again. Pufferfish re-enabled and is now 8-second cooldown base from 6 seconds. Good. Poison 6 from 3, 6, 9, 12, and when you haste, charges 1, 2, 3 seconds from 3 seconds flat. Okay, so it always poisons 6, even at a bronze level, but the amount of it charges itself. Okay, so this, and I'm 100% this is gonna be the Monitor Lizard nerf. You have to upgrade your Pufferfish. You have to upgrade your Monitor Lizard. Thank you, bro. That was literally, bro. That's literally what I said. These items are absolutely broken, because if you can get an item that keep it in bronze and it's your core item, what the fuck is the point of playing the Bazaar? You can take Monitor Lizard, keep it in bronze, and just roll your opponent. No, bro. You actually have to upgrade the Pufferfish or the Monitor Lizard. I'm pretty sure this is a change they did to Monitor Lizard. We're going to see. The Boulder now starts at gold tier with 16-second cooldown. So they lowered it from 20 to... They lowered it from 16 on its diamond tier. By the way, if you guys don't know what the Boulder is, it's the equivalent of Exodia Blueberry in the Bazaar. Yes, it's actually a really good item. Or it's actually a build out. The barrel now starts at silver tier with shield. Oh, you mean a bronze tier? This is a typo. It starts at bronze tier, and this is by the way, this is a huge problem. This is like, if they're gonna chase this again. I can already see it, because barrel is now the equivalent of. Dooley has a friend item that gives shield whenever an item, whenever a friend is used to adjacent, and that item is absolutely broken, but it's locked on friend's proc. Barrel is literally doesn't have like a restriction, so barrel is gonna be like one of the most broken items early game. I assure you that people are now bitching about this. Turtle Shell is now in 6 CDs with shield 10. Give your shield items 10 for the fight when you use a non-weapon item choices. So this was a proc item. They're just, again, and I said this on my earlier videos before, when they switch over from self procs, and when I mean self procs is when you use B, use A, they completely changed that from when you use B, charge A X seconds. So it was the correct way to do. And if you're gonna nerf those items, just nerf the cooldown, which is what they did to Dooley, or nerf the charge amount, which is what they did not to Dooley. Sorry, with Pufferfish, right? So they should do this with all items. They should not have when you use B, use A, because this is fucking broken, bro. Cannonade is a 6-second. Thank you. This might make Cannonade better, because Cannonade, if I'm not mistaken, it was when you use, and it starts at silver tier, by the way. before it was gold, right? If I'm not mistaken. And it was 100 damage. So it's now 100 damage flat. So you can put this into a build now. This is actually really good. This is actually really good. We're going to see this on builds out. Electric Eels, again. Oh, this is... Ooh, Eels is now fucking good. Oh, God, that's really good. Because Eels was actually stuck in a weird spot. Because if your opponent used items, it didn't actually damage him. But it slowed him. Which, it was good. How are you going to fucking kill your opponent? You just slow him to death. Doesn't make much sense, does it? So now this is actually a really good item right now. Illusory, I mean, can now be enchanted with deadly. I'm pretty sure this is illusory, by the way. Anyway, switchblades now deals 15, 30, 60 damage up to like 10. So they buffed the damage on this, which I agree, because even though this was a decent item, it didn't actually do anything in itself. Blunderbuss is now deal 100 damage from 50-10 when you burn charges 2 seconds for 3 seconds. So they nerfed it. I guess they had really broken builds, so I guess that's why they do it. Double barrel deals out 20, 40, 60 up to... I'll say they just fixed the damage, right? So they buffed it again. Was this the value for where it was at? No. If I'm not mistaken, silver double barrel was at 60 on the first patch. So they buffed that up again, but not too much. Seaweed now starts at bronze tier, which is really good. And heal 10, 20 from 20, and when you use it, really good. This is a really good change. Sexton has a 4-item cooldown seconds, and is haste 1 item for 3 seconds when you crit haste an item. For 3 seconds, adjacent items have crit chance, and when you crit charges for 1 second. So Sextant is basically now like the shit. I don't think they probably. It's like an astral though, basically for critting, which is better. So they buffed a lot of Vanessa items, so you don't have to actually go trebuchet. And I'm not seeing trebuchet, but it's absolutely nerfed. There's no way it's not nerfed. So if they're buffing all these items, they actually gutted trebuchet. It says incendiary rounds is now has a cooldown of 6 seconds, which burn 3. Yeah, and incendiary was broken in some pig builds, so that's actually good. Lighthouse, not cells or silver tier. They should have done this years ago. Years. But these items that have niche builds, like when you slow burn, I talked about this on my Vanessa tier list, and you can look at it. But the only reason they're bad is because they're started gold tier. You can't actually just go like, okay, I'm gonna go slow build, have a really good slow setup. When you go into a day 4 or day 5 where you can't actually get the item, right? So you put it at silver, you can actually go, okay, I'm gonna pivot into this because I already have a good slow build going, right? So these will make the item or make a slow Vanessa build actually viable, right? So this is really good. Trebuchet, here we fucking go. Cooldown is 10 seconds flat from all levels. Deals 50 instead of, so it's capped at 50 damage. Burn to 7 from whatever this is. And when you use a weapon in haste, charge this 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds from 1 second. So they like gutted the damage. I'm not gutted isn't the fucking word, bro. They removed this item from the game, essentially, right? And they made it have a better charge prop, which is, guys, it's not the end of the world, but this isn't a damage item anymore. It's a burn item. So you're essentially going to use this as a burn Vanessa build, which is what the intent of the trebuchet was. But it did way too much damage. Like, if you guys noticed, when you played trebuchet builds, you didn't actually like hit your opponent with burn. Like, sometimes you did, but you just fucking one-shot them through 200 damage roll, which is a shit ton. So rip trebuchet, not really rip, but there's actually better builds right now. Water wheel has a 8-second cooldown. Haste your items for 2 seconds instead of 1, 2, 3 seconds. So it's a 2 seconds flat, which is a gold tier, which is actually not bad. When you use an adjacent item, charge this 1, 2, 3 seconds. So you actually just need to upgrade it. Silver water wheel is now garbage. Captain's water wheel. Captain's wheel is one of the good items. Haste an adjacent item for 2 seconds. So it's gold, stuck at gold tier haste. When you use a vehicle, large enemy charge this 1, 2, 3 for 2 seconds. Which is not bad. This isn't bad. Like, Captain. One of the items that needed to be fixed or nerfed a little bit, but it's Pearl is now shield 20 from 20, so it's shields for silver amount. Using aquatic item, charge this 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure this is a really crazy change, by the way. Really good. There's some items that are gonna benefit from this charge scaling, some are not. This is one of them that actually is good. When you haste a non-weapon item for 2 seconds, when you use a non-weapon, haste it for 1, 2, 3 seconds. When you use another non-weapon item, charge this for 2, 3 seconds. So it just has a charge mechanic for it to shield, but it's stuck at 20 shield. I guess it's okay. It's okay. As long as the haste stays at 2 seconds, I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Plus, you can go to the junkyard guy and get like a haste buff on this. It's not the end of the world. Okay. Let's catch fish first. As a cycle of 5 seconds, up to 3 seconds, whatever. Tripwire. One of the worst items for fucking in the game. Is the worst item in the game. But tripwire, not such a. This is what I'm fucking been saying, bro. It's like they heard what I was saying in my fucking videos. These items that started diamond tier, they would be good if these. Sorry, poison dooley effect. If they started at the earlier tier. Now it starts at bronze tier. And it has a charge mechanic. Whatever. Point is, it's a slow item. You can make slow Vanessa now with a burn effect. They're making builds viable. I don't know what people were building at the high roll. We have to still play the game though, by the way. And we'll see, right? Whatever. Balisa now deals so they nerfed it? Oh no, they buffed it for 25 and 50. Now damn starts again. Bro. If an item starts a diamond tier, it should be really fucking good. Don't put trash items in diamond tier early. And damn wasn't a bad item, but it was too situational. Now if you pick up a gold, you can actually keep it in your inventory as gold, and it will be like a good counter item for dooley, for example. Now it's starts at gold tier from 24 seconds up to 20 seconds with destroy this and all smaller items when using aquatic item shows 1 2 seconds from 1 second. Okay, that's good. It's good. Chagrin now starts at silver tier, which is fine. Crow's Nest now gives your weapon Christians. Oh, okay, good. They knew Crow's Nest, but they should have nerfed it a bit more. They were a little bit hesitant about nerfing Crow's Nest. They should have fucking nerfed it, bro. They should have made it have 50% crit chance diamond, and gave her weapon 50 damage as compensation, some shit like that. So it would have been 10 crit chance bronze, 10 damage bronze, 25 damage silver, 25 crit silver, 35 whatever, scaling up to diamond. Having an item have 100% crit chance is in fucking insane. It should not be in the game, and it actually detriments to you having crit skills. Crowns is absolutely broke. They should fucking nerf it more. Cooldown is not 6 seconds for 7 seconds. This is good day one. They're pushing slow build. So yeah. Guys, look at this shit. I don't care. Cause it doesn't matter. Guys, pig players. I'm sorry guys, but we all know this doesn't actually fucking matter. Oh, let's read Matchbox, by the way. This is an item I had a problem with. Let's read this one because this is actually broken. It says starts at bronze tier with 4 seconds with burn 3 from 1 2 4, and when use another weapon charge this. So it gave it the Jojo treatment. Okay, this is an item that actually had to be nerfed. It was because you got it on the other merchant shops for other characters. They buffed Yo-Yo like 100%. Yeah, and you at F4. You guys, by the way, I knew they were gonna fix Pig a lot because Pig was in a really decent spot because they knew Pig was that Pig. They made Pig now with the niche he's supposed to have. You don't win early, but you play for late game. You have gut scaling. You have a shit ton of health. He wins, right, when he's day 15 to 16. That's his niche. If you're playing Vanessa and if you're day 16, close the fucking game, okay? Leave the Bazaar. Start another fucking run. because you're not supposed to be day 16 with Vanessa. Maybe Dooley, but that's another conversation. But there's some characters that you're not supposed to be day 16. You're entering fucking the purgatory. Don't do that shit, guys. If you're playing Vanessa, win your fucking games early. That's it. That's all I gotta say. We're not really the pig win. Coolant now freezing small items only. I agree with that. It did too much. Cleansing your burn and freezing any items was too good. Omega Ray, which is the weapon one, and Gamma Ray now only buff adjacent burn and poison. Oh, this is the burn and poison items respectively. I'm thinking if this changes anything. It fucks up burn build. The poison one doesn't matter. And Omega Ray starts at silver tier, and it didn't change. Oh, and it doesn't buff itself. Damn, man. How the now it starts at gold tier, freezing item for soul seconds, fuses. Cool Dooley, you have been actually let's keep reading this. Because I'm very interested. It's the same thing. Forklift is now spelled as forklift. What? Okay, and his shield. Oh, it's just. I don't care. Oh, Arc Blaster has been enabled. When you use the core, charge this 1 second for processing. Oh, so you can actually do the Arc Blaster build. Come on, the fuck on. Good. Fuel Rod has been enabled. I don't remember what Fuel Rod does, but it doesn't fucking matter. Isochronic Freezer starts at bronze tier, has a cooldown of 4 seconds, and freezes small items for 4 seconds. So they just removed shit to remove large items. Julie, you've goodbye. The rocket launcher no longer double damage when goodbye. Cooling fans has reduced if either player has burned. Oh, that's actually good, because now core build is a thing now. This is the at least I guess this is a composition for burn Dooley to get buffed, I guess. Just in time for the holidays, Dooley's carved up his receives an update design shield 40, 80, 60 whenever it didn't. Huh. Railgun re-enabled. Railgun is absolutely good if they left it the same. So they want Dooley to stray away from the how do I say, the status ailment builds, and they want the weapon Doolies, the core regular core Doolies, and the crit core Doolies to have shine. Which, if you guys don't know, a Dooley's not dead, because if they re-enabled Railgun and Arc Blaster, trust me, bro, Dooley's not dead. You're just gonna have to build weapon Dooley from now on, like, because maybe Poison isn't dead if Moderate Lizard isn't removed. Burn build was the most broken one by far. It's still doable, but it's not crazy now, right? Or it's not as consistent anymore. So let's see. Blast Door enables. I don't give a fuck about Blast Doors. Fuck that broken ass item. Miss Isles has now one max ammo from 3. Why did Miss Isles have 3 max ammo? That makes no sense. Cool LEDs is now slow down for 2 seconds, which is they left us with silver. And when you use the core charge, that's 1 second. I don't know, man. It's just okay. Let's see if they left Chem Snail the same, so you can actually at least play Chem Snail. Starts at bronze tier, 8 seconds up, so they give it the pufferfish treatment. Poisons from 4 to 10. Oh no, this is moderate. Oh no, sorry guys, I'm literally out of my brain because I read Moderate Lizard and I skipped. Okay, guys, we're reading Chem Snail. Okay, 4 CDs down from 6. Okay, Poison has 3-6, which has no change. Slow an item for 3 seconds when you slow charge this 3 seconds. Okay, so this is monitor. They literally make this Monitor Lizard, but for when you slow, not for when you haste. It's when you slow. So it's like a better. It's like a Chem Snail is like on. As for now, on Monitor Lizard levels, but it's. I've said this before. Slowing is not as broken as hasting, right? So we got to see what happens. See, Monitor Lizard starts at bronze tiers. It always started on bronze tier. What the fuck? 8 seconds from 6 second CD, which is okay. It doesn't matter. Poisons 4, 6, 8, 10 from a haste item. When you haste, this gains 1, 2, 3 poison from the highest. So they basically changed Monitor Lizard with Chem Snail. Not Monitor Lizard with Scheme Steel. Sorry, they basically changed Monitor Lizard with the freeze one. So Monitor Lizard is just the haste version of the. I don't know its name by memory, but it's basically like the haste version of the freeze friend that gains poison when you freeze. So Monitor Lizard just gains poison when you haste. If they would have left it at 6 seconds, it wouldn't have been that bad. Because 8 seconds is a shit ton, but every time you haste, actually, we gotta look at the numbers of these because, let's say for example, you haste 15 times because it's a possibility. You haste 15 times before this actually procs. That's a what is it? That's a 64 poison buff on diamond, and it'll buff a 74 poison. It's not quick enough, bro. You're hitting diamond monitor lizard. There's shit that's going to kill you immediately. We gotta check and see. I don't think it's the end of it. It's still the best. It's still better than the freeze one. But I think people are just gonna play Chem Snail from now on. I think it's just better. From what I'm looking at, I don't think core is that important anymore. Because if the rays don't actually make the rays, if the core doesn't actually make the rays have enough effect, or vice versa, I think we're back to like for some builds, we're back to like at the beginning where what dooley was, where you would have to actually put items to the right of the brilliant core for it to actually have like some effectiveness, and vice versa. If not, you would have to go like core dooley with the combat core, etc. So, man, I sound depressive, bro. My boy dooley got cutted, man. That's fine. Flamethrower got buffed. Bomb Squad, which is one of the best, was the best friend for friends dooley. Oh, and now it's worth upgrading, so I guess that's good. Micro Dave is now burnt 6 when you use a small item, charges 1 through 3 seconds. Oh, Micro Dave is now. Oh, if they're buffing these items, there's actually like workarounds now. Tesla Coil is now 60 damage from when using it. For 2 seconds. This is actually a good one now. Ballista is now 30 from 40. Bro, Ballista is actually fucking insane now. Guys, don't worry. Now, reading into this now, they're literally just trying to nerf ailment dooley. Like, they're trying to make you play the game, right? I like this. I like this change. Duct tape is now 5. They're actually fucking gutting this. Shield 5, 10, 40. So one item for 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. When using an adjacent item / charge this 1 second. Instead of when you use an adjacent item shield. Which it's not bad because now the duct tape is now a slowing item instead of a shielding item, which means it's not as toxic, but it is better for other niche situations. Armadillo is now deal 60 damage from whatever when you shield charge this one, but it has a better charging upgraded. So, you know, in some sense, this actually doesn't make sense to me because the Reina was saying like, well, we want for the Bazaar not to be people to be so big on upgrading items, but now you absolutely do need to. If you're making, for example, a Chem Snail build, you absolutely need to upgrade it because when you get to Diamond Chem Snail, the chargers are much more fluent. You actually need to upgrade now. Let's see Solar Farm because I said it was the best dooley item. Let's see if we're going to put, let's say we're gonna have to put ailment dooley in general in a fucking casket and just ship it into his next life. He has been if he has been decommissioned. Let's just see. Solar Farm has a cooldown of 8 seconds. With haste other items for 2 seconds. That's fine. You gain 8 generation for the fight. That's not so bad. Haste your other items. That's not that bad. When you burn shards, this 1 from 2 seconds. We still gotta check if that's good though. I don't know, man. But for example, I don't know if the core is good enough anymore because let's say for example, you put Micro Dave instead of the core, and then you do a small item build with micro Dave, or just a friend build with micro Dave. It's just I don't think the core. I don't think you're gonna have to feel the core as consistently anymore. You're gonna have to like go into like I sack the core mode more often with dooley than not. There's some bug fixes. You guys can read it while I'm fucking depressed for dooley getting gutted. I'm sorry, guys. But I hope you enjoyed the small breakdown of the patch notes. Too long. Didn't read. Guys, stop bitching. The game's still fine. People are still gonna find ways to like say that some of this is broken somehow, but I'm going to tell you right now before I do the complete breakdown that yes, the skills are kind of a detriment in any. If I'm going to say anything from like just reading these, but I don't think it's gonna be that much of a difference. After I do my favorite gameplay, I'll give you my opinion because I'm going to be that. How do I say? I'm going to be that strong about my opinion. Like I'm going to play the first build. I'm going to play my first run, and I'm going to base myself at that first run because it's going to have my initial feeling of the new patch, right? I'm not going to play 10 games and tell you, oh, the skill system is good or bad. No, I'm going to base it off my first fucking game and tell you, like, since I haven't played any games at all, and I have that fresh feeling for how the last patch feels because I haven't read or seen any games or builds or whatsoever. You're going to have, like, my raw opinion of how, like, damn, skills feel bad or skills feel good or skills feel broken or whatever. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this small breakdown or video, as I like to call them. Remember to like the video and subscribe for the gameplays of the next patch. You guys are gonna hear me rant, even though I said nothing is broken. It's just it is what it is, guys. You love hearing my beautiful voice when I say, "Monitor Lizard isn't as fucking broken. Stop bitching." But it's still gonna because people will be people. Come on, man. Let people cook, man. Let people build Monitor Lizard. You guys still have to understand that there's always gonna be something broken, guys. If you guys, I'm telling you, when you play a competitive game, I'm gonna say majority of the time, when there's something broken, it's actually gatekeeping you from another broken thing. So you're like basically picking your poison, but of course people don't actually see that far. Anyways, thank you for watching the video and peace.